I want Jackie Chan to come on. You want Jackie Chan? What's going on, y'all? Ground to Motivate back in this thing again, man, with another video. And today, man, I'm checking out a homie by the name of BLACLVSILVER. Go ahead and check his page out. Today's video is Fresh and Fit, Racism Exposed. Racism under the guise of a joke. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a couple stands down there like, yeah, all you talking about is Fresh and Fit. And he's talking about Fresh and Fit too. It's like, bro, shut the hell up, first off. And then secondly, man, I would say that you should go check his page out because I think that he gives good insight on all the different pills and I guess dating and all that. Like he talk about the red pill, the blue pill, the doo-doo pill and all that. I didn't even know about all these pills. He got me up there like, oh, okay, you do this. Oh, whoa, oh, whoa. And then another thing that I would say he does, he gives good alternatives to the toxic advice that you may hear within the manosphere from various different coaches and stuff like that. So I would say go ahead and check his page out, man. BLACLVSILVER. We get 5 good folks to go over there and subscribe. I guess we'll be in the game, man. But anyway, let's go and get to this video, man, and see you know, what kind of points is he putting up, what is Myron and them saying, and of course, like, comment, subscribe. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below.
With the big $100 super chat, Australia. Yo, FNF fam, I'm a bit behind on your show/videos, but I want to wish you guys well. All this clown world drama these haters throwing your way is straight up laughable. Stay stoic and stay winning. You brack, man, come my house, eat rice.
Fly lice belly, the richest.
That's definitely
I think I know what needs to be done on this one. Hold on 1 second.
You're
right. So let me try that again. Okay. Let's see here.
You brock. Man.
Okay, you black man, come my house, eat fly rice.
It's Asian.
Rice, belly, delicious.
You black men come to my house and eat fried rice. Fried rice is very delicious.
Yeah.
What do you think about people like that? Like, I just don't really understand people that feel ingratiated with, I don't know, like I feel like, yeah, you can have friends of other races and stuff, but you can't feel too comfortable and stuff, like, too ingratiated. Like how this guy who's calling in or texting in or super chatting in, like he feels like, oh yeah, Myron's so cool. Yeah, I can let him throw a cool, funny Asian joke on me.
See, I felt like it was funny to start with, but the way that Myron turned it into, it was like, okay, now you're kind of like stepping over the boundary a little bit. Yeah. I mean, it probably would have been funnier. Like not, it wouldn't have been funny, but I mean, it could have been like a less of a sting had the dude just like said 1 or 2 words in like an Asian accent. Then now he want to start talking about fried rice and all this and all that. And then like you said, Myron when it comes in, it only makes it worse. Now he's putting on this whole little, I guess, skit gear and everything like that. And he does this all the time. Cause it was one time I did the video with him and the pregnant lady or whatever, and in the thumbnail I had him with the turban on and her with the burqa on, and everybody, all the Middle Eastern folks like, it's racist, it's racist, and I kept on referring to him as Middle Eastern Myron because he doesn't just do it right here for this. He tries to make, I guess it's like him trying to, I guess, make it okay because he makes jokes about all the different races because he talks about like Middle Eastern guys and everything. I mean, he looks like a Middle Eastern guy, but you know, like that's where I got it from because he would call himself Middle Eastern Myron if he said anything crazy about women. He would just automatically just say himself is Middle Eastern Myron, and then that's what his little whole his fan would say. And somebody even made up a avatar as Middle Eastern Myron. Okay. Yeah, so that's where I got it from. So, but this is what he does. Okay, so you know how it's like, I know the N word is completely different from this whole like accent and making fun stuff. Right. But I feel like, for example, if you have like a black guest on your podcast, right? And then he was saying something about, oh yeah, and then he was using the N-word, he was making fun of the black people, he can get away with it a little bit, right? As long as it's not too Carlton-like, right? He can get away with it. And I think similarly, it's like if you have an Asian guest and then that Asian guest...
I don't know, because Myron and them are like that and they don't really get away with it. They say they kind of do too much.
Okay.
Yeah, like the way they kind of labeled all black women as Shaniquas and things that they say.
No, that's too much. That's like categorizing everyone into a box and be like, they're all lame. Yeah. But it's like, you're part of them too. So it's like, what makes you feel like you're different?
Because I don't think he's part of them.
I mean, Fresh is definitely black.
I mean, Fresh is a follower. Fresh doesn't have a mind of his own.
Okay, but anyways, I'm saying like, if they have an Asian person as a guest, right? And that Asian person is willing to like maybe read this out with an Asian accent
right.
and laugh about it and then be like, okay, thank you, brother. You know, I think that would be cool. And then just move on.
Okay.
What's not cool is when you think you can like, and yeah, you can do a little skit, like, you know, like you said, say 1 or 2 sentences, 1 or 2 words like that, it'll be fine. But then you have to control the room, right? And make sure the joke stops there instead of like going on, making you feel like you can encourage these like white girls making fun of it or like saying stuff about it. So you're the host after all.
I mean, but your boy Black Silver put it up there, man. Myron is a white worshiper. We see the pictures right here. And I got a what if scenario. So I got a what if scenario. So
Go for it.
Let's say Myron lives in Georgia.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you his whole life rundown.
Okay.
All right, Myron lives up in Alpharetta.
Yeah.
He's never really been around like the black neighborhoods or anything like that. He comes down to Atlanta to go on the Beltline. That's his ultimate trip. He likes varsity.
Okay.
He likes varsity. Varsity's nasty as hell. So you know he's not from ATL for real. But he likes varsity. He his best trip is going to the Beltline and riding the scooters, and him and all his friends, they take up the whole Beltline when they walk down.
I can see that happening.
Yep, and they got going to Pond City Market and all that kind of stuff. And he's got a bunch of friends like that. He lets them say the N-word and stuff. He does all that. He's a white worshiper, man. Black Silver's right, man. He is.
I feel like he probably identified himself more as with like a white person than with like a black person. Definitely,
because it's like, because the thing about it, like, it's like because you're coming from a whole another, I guess, you're coming from a whole another culture where you're not even around that, so you're gonna of course look down on the other people like you're not even a part of them. You know what I mean?
I think in a way he probably wants to like differentiate himself from the rest of them. Yeah. Be like, oh, I'm not like you guys. I might look like you guys in a little bit, but I'm not the same. Yeah,
so kind of an elitist, lame Carlton kind of black guy is basically what he is.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, definitely that, man.
We have those kind of people in the Asian group too.
Maybe that's what this guy is who called in on the chat. Yeah. Let's get it.
But you gotta do it in Asian.
No, you're right. You do the Asian.
Yeah, man. Okay, but Chris, are we canceled yet?
That girl, she's very cautious. She's like, oh, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You want to do it? You wear the hat? Okay, you do it. I'm not gonna be part of this.
Right.
Yeah.
She tried to help him. Let's check out some of these comments.
Okay.
So he said they doubled down on it and they clipped it and made a whole video about that part. So that's stupid right there. Let's see what these folks are saying. Be careful because it might be a little too late when all the heat comes this time. All I'm going to say, because it's like they're doing so much stuff that's crazy. How have they not really been deplatformed yet? And somebody made a good point on another stream. It was I think they called thought crimes or something like that. They were saying, how has Myron waved guns on the internet and threatened to shoot people, and they still haven't had like a, like our channel strike, like you can't come back on for a couple of days, and this and that, and just like the things that has happened on the show, like all the Jerry Springer, you hit me, this girl hit me, threw this off, so they curse and all that. How? It's weird. But anyway, let's see what else they say. How is this going to help young men improve? I agree. That's not going to help young men improve at all. Like it's like yeah, are you trying to tell jokes like he said, racism under the guise of a joke? Are you trying to tell jokes or are you trying to help men improve? Next, we've got no words. It's only one sensitive community, no one else cares. Stupid. That's a stupid mindset to have. Having a cult fan base is not going to matter if you don't have a platform. That being said, they probably aren't going to get deplatformed, seeing as Steven Crowder has done similar. Yeah, because Myron's he's a white worshiper. He's in bed with those kind of guys. So he would have Steven Crowder on the show, I bet you. And then here we go. We got another guy right here. The black community is one thing, but the Asian and Jewish communities are another. Clipping this segment is a horrible move. The powers that be have their eyes on y'all. You must tread a little more carefully when y'all get your platform. How would that help young men? Then, who are your advisors? This is a bad move, guys. Seriously reconsider. We need y'all around. At first, he started very stupid and lame. The black community is one thing, but the Asians and the Jews, you don't do that. And then I guess he tried to be a little bit more decent with his advice towards the end. I think that's a trash thing. Oh yeah, just talk about the black community, but those guys, they don't matter. They get whatever they do, whatever you want to do.
You know what I think why they clipped it?
Why?
Because I feel like okay, again, I think this is about business, right? They know there's this weird tension between the black community and Asian community, right? So by mocking the Asian community, they're kind of like leaning towards their black followers and be like, see, we have the same enemy. We're mocking
like
the Asian people.
Move.
Yeah, I felt like that's
okay.
But at the same time, I think it's really lame because why are you stirring up this hate between the two different races? I know it's kind of like sensitive, right? Because of the API bill and everything. Right. But I think the bottom line is like what the Asian community want is we want to stop these crimes targeting Asian population. And yes, you're right. It's probably not really like a hate crime, but it's definitely targeting Asian people because they think Asian people are like quiet, right? They don't go to police for help, and we're like physically weaker. So it's like it's easier to just grab and run, right? And then the way this whole like, I guess social media and news channel make it seem like it's like, oh, we're categorizing all the people that are conducting crimes as one race and the victims as a different race. And let them to just like, you know. What
you said right there is interesting. I mean, like I do agree that nobody should be getting messed with and all that kind of stuff. But I would say that black people are mad about the hate crime thing because like you said, it's like we know these are just trash people. Like it may not be them actually just targeting Asian people. They're just kind of just criminals and they're just kind of doing something. But it's like, when stuff happens to like a black person, say like a policeman shoot somebody, because it's like it was more than likely a hate crime. You got this guy from Rankin, Georgia. He came down here, he saw you, or Gwinnett. You know how they are up there, a cop or something like that, and they pull you over and they kick you in the face, and then they stomp on you, and then you're on the ground and all this trying to cover up until you start resisting and stuff. That is obviously a hate crime, and we've been having this kind of stuff happening since black people have came to this country, and we've got nothing for it. So that's essentially why black people are mad.
When I think about
it's not like they're mad at y'all. It's like we're just mad that the people, the higher powers, like, why would y'all not give us anything?
You know what I think about that?
Yeah.
Let's say, okay, so yes, there's a bill passed, right? But we still see crimes happening on the street of New York on a like daily or weekly basis. So obviously, people who are actually criminals. They don't give a shit about the bill because they just want to rob the money and they think they can get away with it. So I think I agree with what Black Lives Revelation said on his live stream one time. It's like, you have to think about the root cause of it. Like, what really caused this? Like, why are there criminals on the street just like roaming around? Right? And the same thing for the black issue too. Is like, why are these policemen recruited in the first place? Why are they even out there supposedly serving this country, serving the people when they're like racist?
Yeah, like it's known that your dad was in the KKK.
Yeah, so it's like those are the root cause that we need to eliminate. I feel like by passing bills, you know, it's just like it makes it seem nice. Like yes, the government's doing stuff, but are you really doing stuff? Why are these people still out there then?
Right. Yeah, you're right. What do you think about that? Like, can a person, like, say, like, you know, their parents or something was a hardcore into this, hardcore racist or hardcore against the LGBT or hardcore this? Can that kid really be changed, or will they be influenced by it a little
That's
bit?
a good question. I think you can't really say because the kid has a family relative that's like, you know, KKK or the kids is like bad seed. Yeah. Because I don't think kids will always agree with your family's value. Right. Right? So I think there has to be like a vetting process. And you can't just make it like a simple like asking them to fill out a questionnaire and be like, are you racist? No. Okay, pass. Right. No.
Right. I feel like that's what they do.
Right. You gotta look into their background. Like, for example, like in high school, do they do or say certain things that would categorize them as like a potential threat to the community? Right.
That's pretty good. But it's too much. Like, they don't even have guys that are in shape to be the police here. So let alone that. You got to dive into the psyche of it. Type scholars.
Right.
Yeah, soon. You gotta tell like South Park agent. Oh, shitty chicken. Oh yeah.
No, so for you.
I
No soup for you.
Did you see what happened?
What?
Martin started it, and Fresh followed up, and be like, chicken. Yeah. And then this white girl was like,
he said, I eat cat. He said that too.
Oh, he said that? Yeah. And then this white girl's like, oh, now I can jump in.
Yeah. Yep. It's just like Yeah, it's just like Martin's the kind of guy that like he'll allow his friends to say the N-word, and then when they talk about like real issues or something like that, then the friend will feel like, oh, they can come in and jump in and feel real comfortable, or say somebody's making jokes or something like that. Then they'll feel like, oh, I can, yeah, your dad would rob me if I walked around the street or something. Like that's the kind of thing that he incites, man. And I think this girl right here is lame as hell, like that, like for her to even jump in and think that was cool. And her joke, first off, it was kind of a misfire too on the low because she's not even targeting the right race, because the no suit for you joke was a Middle Eastern dude off of Seinfeld. So,
you want bread?
Yes, please.
$3. What? No soup for you.
Yeah.
See, these other girls, they're like,
oh, they ain't saying nothing. That's funny, huh?
Yeah, they're just like, why are you even talking about this? Like their face has.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's only the two.
Like they're sensible at least.
Yeah.
You're actually trying to help men, or you talking to fucking incels who are 18 years old? You know what I mean? That's some shit you say to college. I'm gonna turn you from a simp to a pimp. Alright, bro.
So, what's up, fellas?
Bro, the fucking myth and the legend himself.
We watch your podcast.
Oh, you do?
Religiously, bro.
Yo.
Bro, after...
Can we grow up? You guys are self-help. You are, hey, we're trying to help men. So either we're funny, or help men. And be real and be honest with yourselves. And don't have an ego like, no, I have a preference. Be honest. Have an honest conversation. And I don't think the manosphere or manoverse or whatever, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think there are people who are doing it really well.
So as you guys...
I like what he said right there. I thought it was real. Like, are you trying to joke around, or are you trying to help some folks? And I do understand to a degree that you have to be funny to keep people engaged, because you see, I do skits and everything like that, but I know like not to cross certain lines and stuff. At least I try not to. But I think that man, you guys claim to be the best men's self-help podcast. So stop saying all this outrageous stuff. Stop worrying about having a Jerry Springer moment by kicking a girl out. Stop trying to with the whole gun thing with Allende. Stop trying to throw racist jokes in there. Like, that's not really the funny that everybody's looking for.
And the last thing he said was, at least be real, tell the truth.
Right.
So he's implying like everyone knows you guys are like
lame.
You're not telling the truth.
Yeah,
like you're
lying
to your followers.
Right. Yeah, he said, are you guys coaching incels, or who are you guys coaching? We know who they're coaching. They're definitely coaching some incels. Let's get it.
Christina helps us out a lot, right, behind the scenes. And someone stole Christina's cat. Like, legit. Someone stole her cat. So I was like, bro, there we go. We got some Asian neighbors. And she's like, oh my God, don't fucking say that shit, man. I was like,
look at her. You saw her? She was back there like...
Oh, like, how did they say that?
Yeah.
That shit right now, cat meow.
This girl, this white girl is the only one that's like, Mark's so funny, I like Mark.
Yeah, she's eating it up. All the rest of them ain't saying nothing. Even the one that was like, she was kind of laughing a little bit, but she ain't really with it.
Yeah. But my question is, what's the thing about eating cat's meat? It's like, we don't really eat cat.
Yeah.
Like, y'all have McDonald's, right? What's the patty made of? Like,
nobody knows. They say 100% beef, but then on another little documentary, you got orange stuff coming out the chicken and all that. So I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be on Asian Twitter tomorrow. Alright, can't wait. Alright, did we offend them now? No, I don't care. Right now, can't wait. Alright.
What he said right there was real. He's trying to trigger some racism so they can get clout again, and that's what I was kind of referring to with the thing that the cop said. It's like, are you trying to help me, or are you just trying to get clout and trying to get numbers up? Yeah. So it's like, pick your poison, bro. Like, what are you trying to do? Do you want to be a joke podcast, or do you want to be a for real self-help? And I think his rules for self-help are stupid. You have to make $100 to $200K a year, and you got to have a savings of 6 months to a year. Which that part is not bad. I think you should strive to make as much money as you can, and you should save money and budget correctly. But then he says, yeah, you have to have a leg count of at least 50 women. What is that going to help?
So in order to get into this program, you need to have at least...
in order to be a high value man. According to his standards, you have to bust 50 women. Yeah. You have to...
Can I pay and bust then?
That's a good question. What if you pay to bust, does it count for your body? You never thought about that. Let's go.
Shout out to all my Asian ninjas out there, bro. Right now. Yeah, we can't wait. We're gonna be on Asian Twitter tomorrow. They hate black women and Asians. God out there, racist.
Jackie Chan, we love you. Come on the show.
Jackie, one more time. Chris, that did not help.
Zero respect for Fresh.
The whole goal was one person says the racist stuff, and you guys are supposed to downplay it so it doesn't look like we're all racist. You guys just fucked us up.
I love my Asian queen.
More, you're on last.
See, that's like exactly it. It's like if you're trying to gain clout by doing this, you can't have a bunch of dumb idiots be like, oh yeah, I would agree with you. Let's make fun of them.
Right.
That will make your show look freaking racist.
So while Myron is putting up some trash racism, his plan was was pretty sound. Yeah.
But of course, Fresh being Fresh, he's not getting it. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. He's not doing his part of arguing with me. Right. So yeah, here's that. So again, we're just like making this a fun thing to say.
So you think it would be better? So say Myron does that, and then Fresh kind of checks and be like, "Hey man, that's not cool." Yeah. What? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what do you think about what old boy said? He's like, I want Jackie Chan on the show.
It would be more like,
you idiot.
I told you I was trying to get Jackie Chan on here, and the plan was for me to be racist and you guys to hold back.
I thought it would be funny.
I wanted Jackie Chan to come on.
You want Jackie Chan? Well, now we're not gonna get Jackie Chan. We're gonna get Jackie Chan at home.
But why? Why? I'm sad. I want Jackie Chan.
You're sad? Well, I'm sad because our numbers are going to go down.
Chris, you okay?
Jackie Chan home.
Mario, you got new shoes, Mario.
Back to you. Oh. You like these?
Yeah, those are different.
Yeah, got these for my birthday. Hey, you'll never guess who gave them to me.
Who?
Miranda.
Why you broke bro code, bro? You're an asshole.
Oh, I'm an asshole?
Yeah.
Come on now.
I can't believe it. Thought we were friends.
She's not yours, it's just your turn.
oh, that part is kind of lame too. Because first of all, Jackie Chan would never be on this show. It's like
okay. But in an alternate what-if universe, Jackie Chan, he Fresh somehow networks and links Jackie Chan, and Jackie Chan gets in. How does the conversation go? So let's say Myron's still talking about some you know you gotta have 50 women and make all this to be a high value man. What is Jackie Chan saying to that?
I think Jackie Chan probably would just like talk in Chinese all the time, just to be like, I don't really give a shit about the show. Oh, you guys have to cater to my language instead of me speaking English to you. That's how much not give a shit I am.
So it would kind of be like how the Kodak Black situation was, where he saw them kind of make fun of the Haitians, and then he goes on there acting like he was. And so Jackie Chan would probably feel away. But then what about
it would be like this: like you're paying me a bunch of money to be on your show, and I'm giving zero crap about you guys, and I'm still taking the money with me by the end of the day.
They would definitely have to pay Jackie Chan to be on the show.
I still don't think.
Hey, but what if they had an epic Jackie Chan fight scene in the studio? Because Myron said something out of the way. That would be great. Jackie Chan's in the studio, imagine. So Jackie Chan's in the studio, they say something, and then Jackie Chan, he just get mad. He started thinking about all the racist stuff they said. Man, y'all used to watch the Jackie Chan Adventures? That's a great show. I used to watch it every Saturday as a kid. So anyway, Jackie Chan's in there, and he has a Jackie Chan fight scene. Myron comes up and tries to do like pull out his Glock. Jackie Chan hits him with a and then Fresh comes around, and then Jackie Chan scoots up in the chair, hits him with a bicycle kick like Luke Cage. Then Chris comes around and Jackie Chan slams the computer in his face.
What type of movie do y'all like to watch the most? Is it something action?
Action.
What about the plot? Did you like a twist in the end, right? Because action is so predictable. You know the good guys always win, the bad guys lose.
But you need action. The plot can be kind of good, but we need more action. Well, I do. Okay. Let's go.
Shout out to all the Asians that love you guys. There you go. Someone on the team didn't make a racist.
I don't know who that was.
There is also a disturbing trend of racist attacks. Oh my God. These are the kinds of attacks Asian Americans have faced this year.
Every disease has ever came from China. Everything comes from China. It's a disguise virus, COVID-19.
What happened to Yang is one of over 2,800 hate incidents reported against Asian Americans across the country since the pandemic started. So it's no surprise to decay that Asian Americans today are shouldering blame for the coronavirus.
Americans said we don't want you here. That's why we elected President Trump.
Alright, so that's the video right there. What do you think about the last little clip?
First of all, I want to shout out to BLACLVSILVER because he posted not just like black people and also like white people. Yeah. So that you know it's not just one race against another race.
I appreciate that, man, because like I think the news and the I guess the greater media, they tried to spin it as if it was strictly black people, and like as if it was like all the black people as a collective was like, oh yeah, we gonna go get them. Like I can tell you from experience from all my friends, from like the guys from the bottom to the guys to the middle to the guys at the top, like none of them have ever been like, man, I just can't wait to F up a Chinese guy today or an Asian dude today. That's never anything. That's kind of like what happened with the whole guy who came around the massage parlors. That's that kind of stuff.
Okay, so about that massage parlor thing, you're talking about in Atlanta, right?
Yep.
So it's like, that's one thing I don't get is like, he's saying all those things about basically how Asian women mess up his mind with all these like sexual fantasies and stuff like that. So there's something wrong with his head. Yeah. And he's blaming on Asian people for doing it. And then he went in there and killed all those women. The dude, the sheriff was like, he just having a bad day. Yes. Yes. He's so I do understand somebody will argue about this, like, yeah, it's not a hate crime, it's not targeting like the Asian population as a whole, it's not like Asian women and Asian men. So they made exceptions for him? But it's like, it's Asian women, so like, he's targeting Asian women. How is that not targeting certain groups?
That was definitely a hate crime.
So
that was most certainly a hate crime. So you're telling me they didn't give him a hate crime charge?
I don't think, like, when I was following the news, I don't think they gave him a hate crime charge.
That's crazy.
Later on, I'm not sure, but
that's all I got. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think it's cool to throw anybody, to generalize everybody or to blame everybody for something a few people did.
Cause like I know, I have to be honest, right? I know like racism exists in China too. Like for example, if you see like a African black guy walking into a store, right? There will be you will see or hear some like maybe like old people like in their like 60s, 70s, right? They will think certain way about black people. Would be like, oh, probably they brought AIDS to us or something like that, you know? And that's definitely not okay. The way is not to turn one race against the other and be like, oh, see, those people in China, they hate us, so it's okay for us to hate them back. I don't think that's how the world's supposed to work. It's like we're trying to like correct things, right? Make things back in order instead of disrupting it.
That seems to be the way the news spins it. I'm not gonna lie.
And removing contents from the history book is definitely not gonna help.
It's not gonna help at all.
Definitely not gonna help. It's just gonna stir up like anger.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the video. That's all we got, man. I thought it was a pretty interesting video about BLACLVSILVER, man. Y'all go check him out, man. Sub to the page, and yeah, man. If you watched up to this point, man, of course, let us know what you think about it. Thank you. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.